I'm a storyteller, and my story must be told. Hello there. Oh, Missy, you're waiting for me. Did you see Missy? I know you didn't see her. Look, she's camouflaged. Can you see that? What colour is she? Missy is, yeah, that's right, yellow. The chair is yellow. The cushion is yellow. And the sequin cushion is goldish yellow. Can you see Missy? Where is she? Here she is. Oh, come on, Missy. Story time. Here we go. Woo, how's everybody? Are you good? Have you had a nice day? Are you in your pajamas? Is it bedtime? Ooh. If you're getting ready for bed, if you're in your pajamas, what colour are your pajamas? Are they your favourites? I'm dressed like, which kind of animal am I dressed like? I'm black and white and stripy. Yeah, that's right, a zebra. I'm dressed like a zebra. Now, I got a message that said that Lisa wanted me to tell a story called Jack and the Beanstalk. And I said, woof, woo, bye, Missy. You're listening though, aren't you, Marvin? And I said, oh, I don't have that book at home. But I do have a book about giants, and there are giants in Jack and the Beanstalk, aren't there? He lives at the top of a great big beanstalk. But this isn't about that giant. This is about the, do you know the book? The smartest giant in town. The smartest giant in town. Let's find out what happens. Oh, you're listening so nicely. George was a giant. The scruffiest giant in town. He always wore the same pair of old brown sandals and the same old patched up gown. Can you see his gown? Here it's got patches on it where it had holes and he sewed it up, and he's had these sandals for years. I wish I wasn't the scruffiest giant in town, he said sadly. Oh, poor George. You don't want George to be sad. But one day, George noticed a new shop. The shop was full of smart new clothes. So he bought a smart shirt, a smart pair of trousers. What's this? A smart belt, that's right. A smart stripy tie around his neck. What are these? That's right. Some smart socks with diamonds up the side. Not real diamonds, just the shape of diamonds knitted into the sock. A snock? Not a snock. A sock. Silly Angela. These are not snocks. They're socks. of smart, shiny shoes. They all look like nice things, don't they? "Now I'm the smartest giant in town," he said very proudly. Oh, George left his old clothes behind in the shop, and he was about to go home when he heard a sound. So here are his old, see, his old clothes. He left those in the shop. On the pavement stood what is it? It's not a zebra, it's yes, it's a giraffe. What was the giraffe doing on the pavement? Oh, the giraffe was sniffing sadly. Is he happy? How does he feel? Yeah, he feels sad. I wonder why. "What's the matter?" asked George, who looks very smart, right? Doesn't he? Mm-hmm. "It's my neck," said the giraffe. "My neck is so very long and so very cold. I wish I had a long, warm scarf." Achoo! He's catching a cold. He needs to put something around his long neck to keep it warm. Doesn't look so warm outside. "Cheer up," said George. And you know what he did? He's so nice. George took off his stripy tie. Can you see it? "It didn't match my socks anyway," he said, as he wound it round and round the giraffe's neck. "Oh, it made a wonderful scarf." "Thank you," said the giraffe. Very pleased. Ooh. As George strode towards home, he sang to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, but look me up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town." All the people are quite small in comparison to George the giant, but look over here. Who's that? Is that a woman giant? George came down to the river. On a boat there stood a meh, meh. Aha, I fooled you. No, it's not a sheep. It's not a lamb. It's a meh. It's a goat. A goat on a boat. Fancy that. He was bleating, that's meh, very loudly. "What's the matter?" said George. "Meh, it's my sail, meh." Do you know what a sail is? It's this big piece of cloth that catches the wind, and the wind moves the boat across the water. "It's my sail," said the goat. "It blew away in a storm. Oh, I wish I had a strong new sail for my boat." "Cheer up," said George, and he took off his new white shirt. "Well, it kept coming untucked out of my trousers anyway," he said, as he tied it to the mast. This is the mast, the long pole on the boat. He tied it to the mast of the goat's boat. It made a magnificent sail. No, thank you, said the goat. He's very happy indeed, you see. And George is happy too, because he got to help somebody else. Who did he help with his tie? Yeah, the giraffe. And now he helped the goat with his shirt. That's right. You're so smart. George strode on, singing to himself. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. But look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town. George came to a tiny, titchy, tiny, ruined, broken house. And beside the house stood a white mouse with lots of baby mice. Oh no! Oh no! They were all squeaking. What's the matter? Asked George. It's our house, squeaked the mother mouse. It burned down with a fire, and now we have nowhere to live. I wish we had a nice new house. What do you think George could do to help? Could he build them a new house out of bricks? I don't know if he's got any bricks. Let's see. Cheer up, said George. And he took off one of his shiny shoes. Oh, it was giving me ouchies on my feet, blisters anyway, he said, as the mouse and her babies scrambled inside the shoe. Doesn't that look like fun? It's a nice new house. The shoe made a perfect home for them. Thank you. They all squeaked. They were very happy. And look, George is very happy too. George had to hop along the new road on one foot. I don't know if you can see my feet. I'm hopping. Oh, like a big zebra. Because he only had one shoe, but he didn't mind. And as he hopped along, he sang to himself. You know what he sang? My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. But look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in this town. George came to a campsite. Beside a tent stood a fox. The fox was crying. What's the matter? Asked George. Can you see the fox crying? It's my sleeping bag, said the fox. It dropped in a puddle. I wish I had a warm, dry sleeping bag to sleep in. Oh dear. Do you have a sleeping bag? Sometimes when you sleep outside in a tent, did you ever sleep outside in a tent? Well, it's no fun to sleep in a wet sleeping bag, let me tell you. That happened to me once, and it was zero fun. I know why this fox is crying. Cheer up, said George, and he took off one of his... What did he take off? His socks. That's right, he took off one of his socks. The ones with the diamonds, not real diamonds, the diamonds sewn up the side of them. Oh, it was tickling my toes anyway, I don't need it more, he said, as the fox snuggled into it. Oh, it made a very fine sleeping bag. You see it? Oh, hi. Here's Stardust. She wants to read the story too. Come on. Can you see her? You see the fox, Stardust? He's in the sleeping bag. You see him? Well, he's not in a sleeping bag. He's in a sock. What did I call it earlier? Yeah, a snock. Silly Angela. Well, now the fox was very happy. And so was George. And he hopped along, singing to himself, my tie is a scarf for a curled giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. But look me up and down, I'm the smartest giant in town. George came to a big squelchy bog. Do you know what a bog is? It's like a big, muddy, puddly, wet, sinky, squelchy, smelly place. Beside the bog, there stood a dog, and the dog was howling. Yeah? What's he saying, Stardust? What's the matter? Asked George. Do you want to play the dog? You be the dog. I'll be George. What's the matter? It's this bug, said the dog. Can you open your mouth when I speak? No, sorry. We'll practice. It's this bug, said the dog. I need to get across, but I keep getting stuck in the mud. I wish there was a safe, dry path. Safe, dry path, huh? Let's see. Cheer up, said George, and he took off his smart new belt. It was squishing my tummy anyway. Ooh, too tight. I know what he means. George laid down the belt across the bog, and it made an excellent path for the dog. Ooh, thank you, said the dog. Oh, George is so nice. Well, the wind started to blow, but George didn't mind. He hopped on, singing to himself. He's not wearing much now, is he? My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. And one of my socks is a bed for a fox. My belt helped a dog who was crossing a bog, but... Oh dear, oh no, but my trousers are falling down. I'm the coldest giant in town. Suddenly George felt sad, and shivering, and not at all smart. He stood on one foot and he thought, I'll have to go back to the shop and buy some more clothes, he decided. He turned round and hopped all the way back to the shop in his underpants. Poor George, he's so nice to everyone. Oh, so sad something like that would happen to him. Uh-oh. When he got there, the shop was closed. Oh, poor George. It's really sad, isn't it? Oh no, cried George. He sank down onto the doorstep and a tear ran down his nose. He felt as sad as all the animals that he'd met on his way home. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw a bag with something in it. Can you see it? What is it? What do you think's in the bag? Let's find out. Maybe you know. I'm not sure. There was something familiar. Something he'd seen before. Something he recognized poking out the top of the bag. George took a closer look. Look what was in the bag. Were you right? You were right all along? Oh, my gown, he yelled. My dear old gown and my sandals. George put them on. They felt wonderfully comfortable. Oh, I'm the coziest, comfiest giant in town, he cried. And he danced back home along the road. Oh, I'm the comfiest, I'm the coziest giant in town. Outside his front door stood all the animals he had helped. They were carrying an enormous present. Can you see it? Come on, George, they said. Open it, open your present. George untied the ribbon on the box, and inside was a beautiful gold paper crown. Can you see it on his head? Oh, that's so nice. And a card. Look inside the card, said the animals. George put the crown on his head and he opened up the card. Here's the card that they made. Can you see it? I hope you can see it well. Would you like me to read it to you? Here goes. Inside it said, your tie's a scarf for a cold giraffe. Your shirt is on a boat as a sail for a goat. Your shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of your socks is a bed for a fox. Your belt helped a dog who was crossing a bog. So here is a very fine crown to go with the sandals and gown of the kindest giant in town. Oh, that's so nice, and it's true. George is the kindest giant in town, isn't he? And that's the end of that story. The smartest giant in town. So what do you think? Do you think it's better to look nice and fancy, like a fancy zebra? Or is it better to be kind and help others and do kind things? Yes, that's right. I agree with you. It's much better to be kind and help other people. I know that you would do the same. I know you would. Did you like the story? Well, I hope so. And I'll tell you the story of Jack and the Beanstalk without a book. Maybe tomorrow. Night, night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, you. Yeah, I can see you. Bye-bye. I miss you. Say bye-bye, Stardust. Say bye-bye. Can you see Stardust? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm a storyteller, and my story